You have heard Shrek, right, guys? Well, to be honest, let's just say that I love Shrek. I will never stop loving Shrek because let's just say not just the character, of course, but also by the films. Well, let's just say, to be honest with you, everyone, Shrek has always been the best part of my childhood, and also will always be one of the best dream work we have ever watched from our childhood, so don't get me wrong. I do you understand that all of you boys and girls around the world out there who who are also a fan or liking Shrek or all of that when you were kids and that, or you still are, and that's totally fine. Because sometimes we can't stop liking Shrek now, can we? And I can't possibly blame you guys. So let's just get to the point that Shrek is, well, there's loads of reason to why I like Shrek as much as you boys and girls do, but to tell the truth, well, not just because it is part of my childhood, but it's because they have the best story, best characters. They got really good each scenes from their own respective movies. And yes, of course, they do got best moments during each of the movies or the special and all kinds. So can I just speak? Sorry, can I just start with the first film? So I'll just say the first film. Well, I love it because it's really awesome, and of course, and yet again, it is part of my childhood after all. It's well, kind of obvious, really. So, and I know I didn't mention about, hi, here's Sparkle here, or the Sparkle Girl, but I just thought it's best to not tell all the time, because sometimes it can be a bit, irritating sometimes. I just hope you can understand. So anyway, can I just focus on talking about the first movie? Well, let's just say it's because the way introduced Shrek at the beginning of the film. And of course he is quite a bit of a grumpy. Yes, grumpy. Like Snow White for kind of reason. Well, if you find that as a joke, that's totally fine, guys. Uh, and of course, he's annoying donkey. Well, he can be annoying at times, but he is funny. I mean, tell me about it. I mean, donkey. Well, it wouldn't be Shrek without Donkey, now would it? No way. I mean, couldn't possibly imagine it if they didn't have Donkey in it. Be totally out of the question. Tell me about it. So anyway, but yes, of course, Donkey is one of the best characters of the media. Well, franchise, of course. And also, I also like Princess Fiona. Fiona is also my favorite character. And I know all of you guys already know that I'm more into female characters because I'm much of a feminine sort of person. Yeah, yeah, just forget it. But all I'm saying is that Princess Fiona is my favorite. But I still like male characters, don't get me wrong, but like I said, kind of just prefer female characters most of the time. But yeah. So yeah, of course Fiona is one of the reasons to like Shrek as well sometimes. Especially the storyline about Fiona reveals her thingy origin sort of story about how she got turned into an ogre. Well, to be honest, that's one of my favorite stories of the first film about how we all discovered that she was secretly up to something during the half of the film, when she was a human at the time. And yeah, I kind of feel sorry for her, don't get me wrong. But sometimes I just feel like Fiona should have just been honest with Shrek. Just why can't she just tell Shrek from the very beginning? But I know if she ever did, it wouldn't be the ending wouldn't be exist now, would it? So that's the whole point. So, but I still feel like she should have just told Shrek the truth. But at least she did at the end, sometimes at the end of the film, which is a good thing, right? And yes, there's a Lord Farquaad. Oh, I hate that guy. I, it's okay if you guys like him. That's totally fine. It's your opinion, and I'll accept that. But for me, I don't like him anymore. He's such a villainous sort of creep. I'm telling you. He's so upset on marrying Fiona just so he can become a drama king. Like blah blah blah. Who cares anyway? I mean, seriously, I don't even care about Wolf Walker. He just annoying, whatever he think he is, whatever. But he's not really much of a king anyway, is he? Because he just so obsessed to become one. So, anyway, which reminds me of someone else, Prince Charming. In a third film. Yeah, tell me about him. Although I will talk about him later. And yes, and the dragon. Well, I did say in my community post that I did used to get scared of her when I was a kid. And same thing with Vanillus. Yeah, tell me about it. But anyway, it I still feel like I'm not over about Vanillus sort of thing. Because the way he looks like, oh, he still gives me those childhood memories about me being scared of him. So yeah, still feel like I'm scared of him. I don't know. Sometimes I do. Sometimes feel like confused. Like, am I really scared of him? Like really, or I'm already over it and probably just already moved on from it. I don't know. It's just my head spinning in circles. So anyway, so let's just say at the end, when Fiona sort of wedding sort of thing. Yeah, well, the wedding is okay to be fair, but it's not really what we all expected to happen. Because the way Shrek barged in, which he, which actually, well, which he did, and it's a good thing, right? Because we can't let Fiona marry that snobby brat, you know? Blech. Okay, tell you that. Okay, so, and besides, I'm glad Shrek interrupted that wedding because there's no point on letting Fiona marry to that nasty sort of, you know, give me a break. So anyway, and and the battle scene, oh my god! After the way Fiona finally revealed her sort of, this whole true thing about her being an ogre and that, oh boy. But if you guys remember that very scene when we all got like an unexpected sort of scare, sorry, jump scare when Donkey got a jump scare because Fiona kind of fell down, I think crashed down, and then she just finally revealed her ogre self to Donkey, but Donkey didn't even know that was her only for a second or something until she finally got his attention and to make him to realize that it really is her. And the way he sort of started to look like really suspicious and and stunned. Wow. Tell me about it. Yeah, tell me about it. Okay, so but the wedding scene, not the one with Lord Farquaad, the other wedding. That's the wedding that I preferred, to be honest. Oh, such a happy ending with Shrek and Fiona. Love, love, love. Okay, I know I don't like romantic stuff sometimes, but you've got to admit, Shrek and Fiona, oh, they're so cute together. Okay, and that's the happy ending. Although, that's not the happy ending that we all know, actually. Well, it's okay if you guys find that as a true ending, but the true ending that I think is when they were singing and dancing, and what's what's the word again? Like when you all the different characters singing together and dancing, singing all the songs that you know that is already a song, like oh, there's so many I can't even think anymore. I know the names, but sometimes I keep forget. It's just my, you know, it's been ages ago now, so it's just feels like it's been years or whatever the last I saw Shrek. Of course, I do watch some clips of it, like from time to time on YouTube or such. Yeah. So anyway, let's get to the second film, where we all meet Fiona's parents, the fairy godmother, and her some kind of child, Prince Charming. Yeesh. And Cousin Boots. Yeah, tell me about it. But did you guys know? You know that Cousin Boots film that we saw from last year? Well, at the end of the film of Cousin Boots sort of film, I have this sort of theory about that we might get Shrek 5 one day in the future. And if we do, I can't wait. Yeah, well, but let's not put our hopes there, uh, everyone, because sometimes we can't always expect things to the way we think they are. But let's just think slow, okay? Like, try to be patient, okay? Because sometimes we can't always rush things or force things, like blah blah blah. So yeah. So anyway, I just hope we do get Shrek 5. Okay, Shrek 2. Well, can I just be honest? I, I do like the first film, but Shrek 2 is more n- no, no. It's hard to get how to pronounce that word. You know, another word of saying childhood, nauseous. So yeah, but noveltic, whatever you guys how you pronounced it, whatever. But you have to bear with me because I'm not really good at pronouncing some of the words, so I can't really pronounce. So be patient with me. So yeah, so like I said, Shrek 2 is the most Shrek I watch the most because it's well, basically I always watch it all the time. Then the first one, of course. And of course, I do watch the first film as well, the most too. But let's just say Shrek 2 is the one I watch the most in nowadays, including my childhood. Oh yeah, so anyway, okay, you know that sort of joke sort of thing about are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Okay, I feel like okay, that's getting old. That I mean, seriously. Oh boy, does Donkey ever shut up every time we watch that scene? No, of course he doesn't. He never do, because let's just say that's just the way he is. It's part of his personality and his character. But don't get me wrong, it is quite funny, and I still find it funny nowadays anyway. So don't get me wrong. Well, as in, don't blame me. So yeah. Um, every time I watch that scene, I always like like to copy either Donkey or Shrek, whatever. But that's sort of same thing for my best friend Sophie as well. And every time me and Sophie do that together, we always like trying to wind our well, well, Donkey sometimes. Like, come on, Donkey, why are you gonna shut up? Okay, I know you're laughing, Sophie, because I'm easily predicted here. Okay, so I know you guys are judging here, but I don't care. So yeah, I just want to say, every time we watch that scene, well, can I just be honest with you guys? Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? Yes. Really? No. Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No, we're not. Are we there yet? No. Du, 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 du. Are we there yet? Oh yeah, this is not funny. Oh, this is a little bit sure. A little bit of like August. Okay, you're lost. Okay, I'm stop talking. Finally. Oh, this is taking forever, Shrek. I was going to like for nothing. Well, the kingdom is far, far away, donkey, and that's where we're going. Oh, oh, all right, get it. I just, oh, but, well, find a way to entertain yourself. Oh, for 5 minutes. You did not be yourself. For 5 minutes! Ah! Are we there yet? Yes! Oh, fine. Okay, you guys got me. I just wanted to make it more entertaining. Hmm. Okay, so let's just say I also like the other scene where we all get to meet Fiona's parents. Yeah, okay. And I also like another scene where we all get to meet Puss in Boots. Well, you know the first moment when we saw Puss in Boots, but some it in a thingy pub where Fiona's dad went in, and you only can see his eyes. Puss in Boots. I mean, well, that's the whole thing. Because when I was a kid, I used to find it creepy. Like, how come we can't see Puss in Boots' actual face in that scene? That's quite scary. I mean, goodness sake, it's like having a ghost or something. Like, ooh, it's so spooky. It's going to be Halloween very soon. Yep, tell me that. Well, okay, so, okay, well, tell me that. And the end bit, this whole singing about a new hero sort of thing. And, well, tell me about it. Like, don't get me wrong, I like that song, to be honest, to be fair. And of course, it's just one of the best moments of Shrek 2 anyway, so don't get me wrong. And, you know, Gingy's, baby brother, the giant sort of thing. Mongo, that's it, Mongo. Well, to be honest, as a kid, I used to find him scary. The Oh my goodness. I know you guys will be quick to judge, but I don't care. But I just want to say that Mongo, well, what the soldiers just literally throw all the bubbles and all kinds all over Mongo? Well, I know you guys will find it funny the way he looks like he having like a ghillie wig or something. Don't get me wrong. I also find it funny. Well, right now as I'm growing up, but when I was a kid, I used to find it scary. I mean, what is wrong with me as a kid? I mean, what is wrong with the younger me? Honestly, God. I mean, like, can't I just make my mind already? Like, come on, Ken Sparkle, stop being such a big baby. As in, the kid version of Ken Sparkle. Seriously. Okay, I'm over it. And of course, I also like the celebrating sort of thing at the end. But before the celebrating, I love that transformation when Shrek and Fiona turn back into ogres. And well, it's kind of funny with Donkey when he got transformed back into his donkey self after being transformed into a horse. I mean, how come people turn into a horse? Seriously. Oh my god. Phew. Okay, so yeah. Shrek the Bird? Well, it is alright to be fair, and I do love it, don't get me wrong. But there are some theme moments that could be quite funny. Like when Shrek was having a nightmare about the babies. Oh my god. I was like, what the blazing hell? How many baby Yogas are there? I mean, seriously. I know you guys will agree with me for that point. I was like, what the blazing hell? Sheesh. Okay. And and after the Shrek having that sort of nightmare, I was like, what the hell? What happened to Donkey? When Donkey got that sort of baby ogre shape of his face, and like this.
Dada!
Okay, right, you got me. Okay, I just being silly, aren't I? Sorry. But somewhere when Fiona finally told Shrek that she's pregnant. Well, tell me about it. I love that moment actually. Oh, so amazing. Well done, Fiona. But let's just say, I also like the other moments, like each moment with Fiona and the princesses, of course. Yeah, well, I just like princesses. Yeah, princesses, well, one of my favorite things in life. Mm. Oh, and Tinkerbell. Well, fairy tales, but not all the time. With fairy tales, of course, because I like other things, and not just fairy tales. Because I'm starting to feel like I need to watch some more like grown-up sort of stuff. But don't get me wrong, I still love watching cartoons, and I always will. But nothing can stop me from watching cartoons, right? No, of course not. Okay, so like I said, I will always love cartoons no matter what, and I'll always still watch them in my own time in nowadays. So and when we all met Arthur, Fiona's sort of cousin, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's it. And it's really sad when we all lose Fiona's dad. I mean, do they really have to kill him off? I know, it's sad, isn't it? I know. So disappointed, but it's had to happen anyway because it's part of the story, right? So yeah. So anyway, and I'm gonna talk about the last film, and I promise you guys, I'll leave you guys to it. Actually, hang on a minute. Maybe Shrek Thriller. Okay, Shrek Thriller is okay to be fair, but it can be scary at the same time, while it can be funny as well. But I kind of find it more funny than scary, because when Shrek was like, "Oh no, not dancing," like this, do. Okay. Oh yeah, and the other Shrek sort of Halloween sort of special, when the ghost of Lord Farquaad, and also the other Halloween sort of Shrek, Shrekless, when each of the characters tell each other spooky stories. Well, don't get me wrong, I find it weird and funny at the same time. Every time we watch the donkeys and Puss in Boots sort of story both together. The way they keep arguing in each time in their own story, and I was like, will you two stop arguing? Like, sheesh. Like, do you ever calm down? Like, well, don't get me wrong, it was Donkey's fault anyway. It to the start with, you know. I mean, you remember, Puss was good about to tell his own story until Donkey himself interrupting as usual, and yeah, blah blah blah. Okay, let's talk about the the last Shrek film. Okay, to be honest, it is alright to be fair, but there's a few moments I didn't like because, well, don't get me wrong, the way that they had to change as it makes the story all twisted, where Shrek and Fiona never really met in the other timeline. I was like, what? How come Fiona didn't recognize Shrek in the other timeline? And G, and the way they twist the other story when when Fiona saved herself from the Dragon Keep instead of Shrek saving her. Well, don't get me wrong, not every woman needs to be saved by men all the time. Because not all us women, whatever, we're not always that damsel in distress now, are we? Are we, ladies? No, of course not. Because I remember that moment from this one peculiar episode from Miraculous Ladybug where Marinette as Ladybug said to Cat Noir by saying,
Thanks, Cat Noir, but girls don't always need to be saved by boys.
and I quite do agree with her at that one point, actually, because not as women need to be saved by men all the time. Well, we kind of do, depends on whatever situation, whatever, but sometimes Us women are strong and we are confident. We also can be something that men not quite expect from us women sometimes, right? Like, because we are, like I said, strong and confident and super smart too. But don't get me wrong, I'm not judging or anything. I'm not saying that us women are better than men. No, that's so not true, guys. Of course not. Because both male and female are equal. So that's just my way of saying that we all should be respected no matter what, right? So yeah, so you all are lucky to have me to be around because I don't use any negativity anyway because I always use and think positive. So, and that's why I said you all are lucky to have me. So you're very welcome for having me in your life if you know me before. Yeah. And if those from real life who knows me in real life, you're lucky to have met me because you're all special to me. And those of you who knows me from YouTube and that, you're also lucky to have me too. So anyway, I'll leave you guys to it, and I'm sorry if I bother you guys too much. So anyway, I'll leave you guys to it. But be free to share your thoughts on whatever about Shrek and whatever kind. So yeah, I'll so yeah. Bye everyone. Bye.